Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we're going to be comparing a Chevy Silverado LTZ to the new Ford F-150 Platinum. Now this is a little bit of an apples to oranges comparison, but here's the deal. The only difference between an LTZ and a High Country is the fact that the High Country has a more Western theme. Other than that, they're basically the same truck, so not really an apples to oranges comparison. It's basically fully loaded Chevy versus fully loaded Ford. Anyways, a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Super Ford for giving me some time with the F-150, and to the Jerry Signer Chevy here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with the Silverado. Link to both their websites in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood of the Silverado is a naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 15 around town and then 20 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower and then 460 pound-feet of torque. Powering the F-150 is the Power Boost, so it's a 3.5 liter V6 paired to a hybrid and a 10-speed. It puts out 430 horsepower and then 570 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy is 22 around town and then 24 on the highway. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you're into some more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the Silverado, again, this has the LTZ package, so lots of chrome on the front end. We also have the 6.2L badge, which is pretty sweet. But we've got stuff like tow hooks, fog lights, all of the utility stuff for a truck. And popping over the Ford, similar setup with fog lights, tow hooks, all of that. But we've got the new design for the headlights. I think that looks pretty sharp. And there's kind of like a brushed finish on the grille trim, so makes it look a little bit fancier. But anyways, let me know which front end you like best. Around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 275, 60, 20 in the front and over in the rear. You can see with the wheels, you got the silver finish on them, and then we got all-terrain tires because Z71 package. Power side steps here with the Silverado, and then we've got leaf springs in the back. And take a few steps back so you can see the full side profile-ish. There you go. Now with the Ford, our tire and wheel setup is 275, 50, 22 in the front and over in the rear. And pretty cool looking wheel design there. Power side steps with the Ford. Leaf springs in the back with the Ford, just like the Silverado. And then taking a few steps back, there's your side profile. So taking a look at the key fobs, you can see functionality is identical with remote start, tailgate, drop down, all of that. Now popping into the bed with the Ford, you can see that we've got the cool tailgate step system. Got the ruler here on the back. No bed line or anything with this. You can always add that in after the fact. We've got the Pro Power LED lights as well. And then the cool thing with this is tailgate raises up automatically. Now with the Silverado, we do have bed liner from the factory. We've got LED lights. We just have a single outlet. And then this one has the multi-flex tailgate, so doubles as like a step and all that. And then with the multi-flex, it automatically pops down, but you have to lift it up yourself on the upswing. And then finishing things up with the rears of the trucks. Obviously, you know, truck beds kind of limit what you can do design-wise, but you can see there's a little bit of difference. Notice the Chevy has bumper steps, the Ford does not. And then the taillight design on the new Ford is pretty crazy looking. And then notice exhaust tips out the back versus the Ford, it's out the side. Now inside the Ford, legroom back here is great. We got a little storage pocket, and then I love this trim that goes across. You can see a little wood trim as well, and then plenty of storage down below. And then you notice with these seats, perforated all down the center, got kind of like a quilted design. They're very comfortable and it's very soft with the trim. And then headroom back here, it's good. And then we've got cup holders, heated seats as well, and vents and all that. Now in the Silverado, cab space seems to be just slightly tighter, but not a huge difference. Still have heated seats, cup holders, all that, just like the Ford. A little bit different design with these seats. These kind of, they don't have as soft of a feel, and again, High Country, same kind of like seat feel as the LTZ. But perforated down the center, you got the seat storage, which is a cool feature. And you can see with the door panel, this kind of has more of a utilitarian look to it. If that makes sense, kind of like rough texture. But anyways, headroom, it's good. Now this leads us to the front of the Ford. Again, really nice material use. Notice automatic with the window controls. Got the wood trim there, memory seats, blind spot monitoring. And let's take a look at payload before we pop in. 1,324 pounds with the Ford. This one has the recline seats, so that's why you got that right there. But again, a really nice trim, all of your adjustments and everything. then you got a bunch of controls here, like the light controls, pedal adjustment, all of that. Pop in. Solid sound. Ooh. So a lot of this is a carryover from before, so you can see with the steering wheel, you got like your adaptive cruise control, for example. You got this big digital gauge cluster. You got drive modes with the F-150. 360 camera system with this as well. Big infotainment system, easy to use. I mean, quick. It does take a second for some of the pages to load up, but overall quick response time. And we got trailer brake controls down below. Drive line select with our drive mode select and our rear locking differential. And then we got heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel. And actually, let's see if this has massaging seats. I'm assuming it does. Yep. Yeah, you got massage function with the seats too. Platinum right here, which is really cool. Got that with center console. Good storage. And then again, nice trim on the dash all the way across. Got the double glove box with this. And then we've got the control for the power sliding rear window. Nice premium headliner with this. And then we got a panoramic sunroof. Take a look at the front door panel. Again, really nice trim all throughout. Front two windows, automatic, got memory seats, blind spot monitoring. See what the payload is, 1,523 pounds. And then perforated all down the center portion. You got your drive line and drive mode select there. So 2-speed transfer case, just like the Ford, if you're wondering. Nice solid sound. On the rear differential side of things with the locker, it's an automatic system with this, G80, so it's called. Nice V8 sound. So with the steering wheel, nice trim all around. You got radio controls in the back, practical stuff on the front, like your heated steering wheel control. And then you got digital gauge cluster, just like the Ford. And with the infotainment system, let's see what the response time is like. Pretty good. Similar to the Ford, frankly, with the load up and response and all that. 360 camera system. I do think that Chevy's is a little bit more user-friendly, but resolution on them is both great. Bunch of physical controls, big stuff. You got hill descent. You can roll down all the windows at once, which is kind of cool. We have heated and ventilated seats with this. No massage seats. You got to go to the GMC brand to get that kind of stuff. And then you can see here with the shifter. Good storage. Got a wireless phone charging pad. A nice trim on the top. And then nice trim across the dash as well. The double glove box here. And then this has the camera rear view mirror. And then no sunroof in this particular one. You can option out just a regular. No panoramic is available. And then we do have a power sliding rear window. Now when it comes to pricing, that Ford stickers for about $85,000. That Chevy stickers for about $71,000. Let's drive them. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors do a blind spot monitoring. Throughout the rest of the rear. And let us set off in the Power Boost Platinum. So again, this is essentially a limited. That's that's what this is. 7038 is what the limited used to be. But first off, seats are comfortable. Let's get the massage function going, as always. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever own a car with massaging seats. Let's go all in. Yeah. Oops. So I figure I'll take advantage of it while I can in today's review. But yeah, suspension seems, just in a parking lot, but it seems pretty comfortable. So that's a plus. Ooh, good torque. Solid torque out of the Power Boost. But again, I mean, it makes sense. 570 pound-feet of torque. And the ride's nice. 22s, you do get a little bit of harshness through because those 22s, but it's not bad. That's nice. Yeah, over the bumps and everything, I think it's pretty comfortable. Ooh, GT350R. Ah, no, it's a fake R. It had the regular 350 wing. Poser. Putting the R badges. Maybe it was just the light reflection made the badge look red. I don't know. Can't be too sure with those Mustang owners, can you? it just drives well. I know this is not the most exciting going through a parking lot, but don't worry, we'll get an acceleration in a little bit. Massage is actually pretty aggressive in this. It's nice. Okay. Woo! Yeah, Power Boost has some power. It feels like it's got a bit more punch than the regular EcoBoost. It's perceivable. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. So, puddle's kind of unavoidable. Oops. Free car wash for the truck. So, to cap things off here with the Platinum, super luxurious. Again, it's a limited, so nicest materials, really comfortable. I actually like this new dash design. It's more up, but I think it works. It's because it's for the heads-up display. A lot of people let me know that in the last video. I didn't even think about that. I was out of it when I did that review. I should have turned in the other driveway, because now I gotta wait a second, because cutting across is not going to be safe. So to cap things off, like I said, nice interior. It drives well. It's comfortable. It looks nice. And so yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about the Platinum. It's just, it replaces the Limited, and I'm guessing it's just so that they don't have to make separate badges for the Limited versus the Platinum. That's what this is all about. Well, let's set off in this 6.2 Chevy, see how it compares to that Platinum. So I will say right off the bat, obviously it's louder, right? 6.2 liter V8 versus a hybrid twin turbo V6, it's louder. So some of you might like that, some of you might not. Some of you might, you know, be more, you know, in line with wanting something that's, you know, quieter, more right, smooth, luxurious, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, definitely louder. It still has a heads-up display just like the Ford. I don't know if I mentioned that in the walk around, but let's get a little. So the Ford has a push because of the electric side of things. This has an immediate like push response because it's a big displacement, naturally aspirated V8, and it's really good. Suspension, they're both comfortable. The Ford has a lighter feel, but that lighter feel doesn't necessarily lead to more comfort. It just feels lighter. So I guess the turning on the Ford's a little bit easier. It's because it's, you know, it's less to have to turn, less weight. So there is that. Interesting review. The Ford has more comfortable seats. So I've driven these quite extensively, and you know, driving it back to back, the Ford definitely fits the more luxury thing. So I think this is a good place to kind of, or a good thing to, or a good way, I guess. I can't think today. Good way to cap it off. So the Ford's like all out luxury. I think a better comparison is if I can get Denali Ultimate versus one of those F-150 Platinums. Hopefully I can do that in the future. I think that would be a more apples to apples comparison. But with this is, so this LTZ package, or the High Country even, the High Country is just LTZ, basically Western, you know, a little bit fancier, I suppose. It gives you all of the luxury features that I think most truck buyers are more than satisfied with, right? Leather seats, heated, cooled, 360 cam, you know, all this stuff that people have kind of come to expect in a more high-end truck in today's market. The Ford goes over the top. It's like all out, basically an S-Class truck in a way. And you know, some truck buyers want that, but there's a reason why they, you know, have always kind of kept the production kind of limited, on the Limited, so to speak, right? Or on what's now the Platinum, and that's because there's not a ton of people that want to spend that much on a pickup truck or want that many features. So if you're just looking for, you know, the luxury features that most people are looking for, that's what this will provide. If you want crazy alt luxury experience, that's what that Platinum provides. But let me know if you would go F-150 or Silverado in this case.